Come close, my dear youngster, and pay close attention. I am not a distant deity who communicates from inaccessible heavens. When the night lasts too long, I am the one that walks by your side through the chaos, the terrors and the unrelenting thoughts. You've been whispering what's going on with me, Lord, even when I'm making an effort to do things correctly. Why does it all feel so heavy? And that question has been heard by me. I have witnessed you sitting there, gazing off into space, attempting to determine whether you have turned off on this path known as faith. No, you haven't missed it. Let me tell you, you're exactly where I need you. You're not in the rear, we don't forget you. You are being shaped. Heaven illuminated that moment when I spoke your name. Your name was known to all the angels under my command. Even during the hours you believed you were strolling alone, they were keeping watch over you. Even if it seemed like my only option was to remain silent, I have never abandoned you. Sometimes my silence is the sound of molding rather than absence. Where you used to feel only dread, I have been building strength. Where terror formerly filled the nooks and crannies of your heart, I have been chiseling calm. And even if your emotions want you to give up, I have been teaching your spirit how to persevere. After you say yes to me, you ask me why life feels more difficult. My dear, pay attention. Resistance is drawn to light. Distraction is drawn to destiny. Additionally, when purpose awakens, opposition also awakens. But pay attention to this. I have anointed you, and no attack can take it away. You are sealed, you are protected. I own you, you've wondered. Why does their path seem smoother than mine? After observing others, however, you are unaware of the wars that angels have been fighting for you, the quiet victories they have achieved, and the mayhem they have prevented from getting to your door. On some days you manage to survive, just because something that was supposed to hurt you was diverted by an invisible hand. I gave you angels because you are important, not because you are weak. If you didn't have something sacred with you, the adversary wouldn't care. Your heart has been trained to trust me more deeply. Through every hardship, there will be times when everything seems unclear. When friends change and when chances seem to come later, I'm still helping you through it all. Though you were being positioned rather than punished, in order to prevent your future from collapsing due to unprepared partnerships or misdirected loyalties, I am changing your surroundings in order for your religion to grow. Some friendships had to end to make room for better ones. Some doors had to close soon enough. You'll understand why some things didn't work out. You look back and think, I would have missed this if that had stayed. I am a God who works backwards before bestowing blessings. Prior to promoting, I prune before I trust. I test and I put your heart to the test, not to shatter it, but to show it. Yes, you have experienced fire, but it purified you rather than consuming you. My child, walk boldly in faith and love. with your super thanksgiving $2. Let the truth of my word reach those who long for the light. Join me in this divine mission to heal and uplift. Click on the Super Thanksgiving button and be enveloped in my grace. Now, and listen to this message further. Now listen to me, my darling. All of that will submit to my name, including the fear that suddenly arises, the anxiety that tries to take hold of your chest, and the doubt that you won't make it when you use the power I have given you. Any spirit that tries to disturb your tranquility must flee. My tranquility is not brittle. It is not a temporary solace. Its power, your thoughts are not in control of you. You are filled with my spirit, the same spirit that brought me back to life. You have the ability to control your environment. Speak my name whenever you sense chaos attempting to take over your thoughts. Call on me if you sense pressure interfering with your purpose. My presence will react before dread has a chance to spread. I see the aspirations you've been harboring, the objectives that once motivated you, but now seem far off. Don't abandon them just yet. They are inert but not dead. In order to arouse the dreamer, I occasionally allow the dream to rest. You assumed that since I waited, I had forgotten, however. I was preparing the soul of your heart while you waited. I was teaching you how to pray with strength rather than fear. Even when nothing seemed promising, I was training you to maintain your vision. The delay was divinely timed. Even though you believed it to be denial, every season has a purpose. My darling, the seemingly long winter was a reset, not an accident. The quiet that frightened you was alignment, not desertion. I was preparing you for the next step, and it's not a minor one. Even people who didn't think much of you will be surprised by the opportunities you are about to experience. Doors will open unexpectedly because I prepared them, not because you forced them. You can identify these doors by the tranquility that greets you at their threshold, not by their striking appearance. When something that seemed difficult suddenly becomes apparent, you will know it's me. You'll enter discussions that change the tone. Where effort formerly failed, you'll find favor, because your anointing will speak first. You won't need to explain yourself. When you enter a room, I'm sending angels before you to lay the foundation for collaborations, relationships, and heavenly alignments that will take you farther than you could have gone on your own. Have you been concerned about success? You've questioned if you can manage it, and whether receiving a blessing will cause more anxiety than happiness. Pay close attention what I offer. I also maintain I'm not blessing you in order to shatter you. Before I give you enough, I teach you balance, because I will ground you in humility. You won't lose yourself in the pursuit of achievement. I will constantly remind you that your value lies in who you are to me, not in what you do. Additionally, you have struggled with anxiety, fear of failing, worrying of forgetting, and fear that you may have misheard me. But I tell you to be calm and remain motionless. Only I can predict your future, not fear. Your story was written and completed by me, and I still have my pen. Victory has already been written on the pages that lie ahead. They are ink for the testament. I am still writing, therefore. The terrors that flowed were not in vain. Indeed, the upcoming season will be under pressure. However, not all forms of pressure are punitive. Purpose pushing through is a form of pressure. Heat is the setting in which diamonds are produced, not comfort. And you are being molded for greatness. My darling, don't hate the procedure. Despite the discomfort, it is creating something that will last a lifetime. You have a strong faith that doesn't break, even though it might wobble and you give hell anxiety. Every time you get back up, angels will follow your instructions. Each time you decide to pray rather than panic, every silent act of trust brings joy to heaven. Even though you might not hear the cheers of others, heaven rejoices when you don't give up. Angels of serenity, provision, and protection are specifically allocated to your advancement. They go ahead of you when you enter unfamiliar areas. They watch over you while you sleep. They carry your terrors as incense before my throne. When you cry, when you believe no one can see you, I can end every genuine attempt you make to follow me. Moves me. I am aware that you have experienced disappointment. People you trusted provided some of it. Your own expectations contributed to some of it. However, I'll make use of even that. I'll use betrayal as a springboard for wisdom. I'll transform failure into lessons that will help you grow. What you have learned defines you, not what you have lost. And the knowledge you have gained is invaluable. I am placing you in the company of peacemakers for the upcoming season. People who will support your growth, rather than drain you. People who value you, without expecting you to be exhausted. I am sending people who are willing to build, and removing those who come simply to gain. Now that I am protecting friendship, it will seem lighter, more liberated, and safer. Don't be scared to leave things that don't bring you peace. You are acting wisely, not cruelly. Keep your spirit pure, since everything else flows from it. Be perceptive without being defensive. Be as innocent as doves, but as wise as serpents. Additionally, keep in mind that you are starting wiser, rather than starting again. When anxiety tells you that you might fail again, you learn it how to stand longer with each fall. You learn it to wait better with each delay. Deeper compassion was made possible by each heartbreak, even when it seemed like it would break. You have been growing gracefully. It's closer than you might think. The miracle you've been hoping for, it won't arrive as you anticipate, but it will have my signature. When it does, it will provide peace instead of pressure, so you'll know it's me. Everything that previously baffled you will make sense, and you'll know it's me. Don't close your eyes, don't lose your heart. Miracles frequently appear as everyday occurrences. Additionally, Quit allowing stress to control your emotions. What I previously agreed to handle, you have been attempting to carry. Don't hold it, cast it. Let me take care of your concerns and let you relax. Where trust is there, stress cannot exist. You will find freedom in the present. If you put your trust in me for your future, if this word is speaking to you at this moment, type "I trust you, Jesus." Once more, let that assertion serve as your beginning point. You are entering a rebuilding season. However, you won't rebuild by yourself this time. Divine appointments, unforeseen provision, and insights that appear like sudden illumination in dark rooms are all examples of the supernatural assistance I am sending. You will now grow from what once depleted you. Your purpose will now be fueled by what formerly upset you. You'll see that distractions become less effective the closer you get to me. Once something has captured your emotions, it will no longer do so. The anxieties that used to keep you up at night will become less loud. You will live in peace, not simply experience it. I will give you joy that is independent of circumstances, power that beyond your capabilities, and wisdom beyond your experience. You'll chuckle once more, not in denial, but in rebirth, not because you chose to ignore the suffering, but because you conquered it. You will rise again. You will be escorted into breakthrough by the same angels who protected your breaking. Don't let anyone tell you that speed is a prerequisite for success. The key to my success is surrender. I reward slow compliance because it's still obedience. Heaven noticed each time you made the right decision when it was easy to make the wrong one. Worship was demonstrated each time you remained polite when resentment demanded more attention, and each time you showed forgiveness when you could have argued. I'll start putting the pieces together for you. In the next few days, you'll see that nothing was arbitrary. Even the most difficult seasons served as practice for success. The soul was even made ready for gladness by the tears. Your loneliness served as a teaching tool for love. You'll realize that I never wasted any of your suffering. Raise your head, dear. You're not in the rear, you're on time. Your magnificent season of serenity, strength, and purpose is about to begin. Angels do, in fact, celebrate when you do. If you hear this word and trust, type Amen. I am dressing you with serene assurances as the new season dawns, my darling. Your light will find its place. You don't have to work hard to be noticed. Opportunity will detect the scent of obedience on you, so you don't need to seek it out. On some days, the world's cacophony will try to tell you that you've fallen behind, but I tell you, you're perfectly on time. You have never been let down by my timing, and it won't start now. There was wisdom in every delay that you were not yet aware of. Every door that was closed shielded a future you weren't prepared to face. I'm aligning, not withholding. What used to seem slow will suddenly pick up speed, and what used to feel chaotic will come to pass in perfect harmony as you enter the rhythm of divine timing. You haven't been summoned to prove yourself. You have been summoned to walk in peace. I measure by faithfulness and heart, whereas the world will measure by nose and numbers. Applause doesn't define your worth. Assignment does. Don't let comparison make you less happy. What I offer for you is yours, according to the specifics of your vocation. It is neither bigger nor smaller. Your invisible power has grown. With each season you faced, in quiet, and it will now bear fruit that will remain, because you were faithful when no one else was around. The doors will open with ease. When you look back, you'll find that even your tears helped to irrigate the land. For your harvest, think carefully about what you bring to this new chapter. Let love be your banner, humility your scent, and thankfulness your robe. These are your armor, not just qualities. Having gratitude will prevent pride from tainting your successes. Your hands will remain open to receive more. If you are humble, when the world tries to divert your attention, with recognition, love will keep you rooted in my heart. Remember that the crown you wear is a symbol of responsibility, not ornamentation. To give freely, to serve with delight, to rule with compassion, and to forgive swiftly. Your roots must stay in grace. The higher I raise you, I will provide heavenly relationships. In this season, people who see your essence, not your position. Join those who bring peace. Identify with those who have purpose, rather than ambition in their hearts. You'll recognize them by their fruit, not by flattery. You will water what I have planted in you, and they will water what I have planted in you. The kingdom grows in this way, through love-based unity rather than rivalry. There will also be times when you will be tested, not to hurt you but to make you better. Be compassionate while responding to misunderstandings. Choose calmness over panic when the pressure increases. Peace is the mark of my presence, and the enemy cannot imitate it. When I am on your boat, keep in mind that even though storms may be all around you, they cannot drown you. Have faith in the one who controls the winds. Additionally, when blessings start to pour out, keep in mind the journey that led you here. Small beginnings taught you reliance, so don't hate them. Don't hate secret seasons. They help you become more resilient. Every invisible act of obedience served is a foundational brick for what is currently in front of you. Raise your eyes, child. Observe how I went before you. Your destiny already has angels stationed at its intersections. You're getting provisions you never even considered asking for. The areas you believed were irreparable are now receiving healing. I'm rekindling faith, reviving connections, and rekindling dreams. Peace is presently being spoken over your life by the same voice that created galaxies. Breathe, dear. Let me rest in my timing, go in my direction. Shine with my happiness, the best is yet to come. It is happening right now. And keep in mind that you are not trying to get to me as you walk in this new grace. I'm walking with you type almond to receive this season of divine alignment and favor. If this word speaks to you, let these words sink deep within of you. Beloved, you have emerged from the wilderness as a fire, refined person rather than a defeated one. You have become closer to my heart, despite the gusts that previously threatened to scatter you instead of breaking you. The fights have shown you how strong I made you. You've learned to worship when hope seemed far away, to trust my timetable when nothing made sense, and to love even at great personal cost. Heaven is moved by that kind of trust, a surrender like that welcomes miracles. I am now rewarding your heart's hidden endurance. Don't look back regretfully. The past wasn't a sentence. It was a teacher every setback, disappointment, and unanswered prayer has been incorporated into the plan that has brought you to this point. I'm making up for what was lost. I'm fixing what went wrong. What was postponed is now being released, not because you deserved it, but because my love is so profound, purposeful, and unstoppable. You will witness my hand in ways that will leave you speechless. Raise your gaze. This is the beginning of your being, not the close of a chapter. You will be crowned atop the mountain with the same grace that brought you through the valley. You will speak with wisdom born of suffering, walk with quiet authority, and love with the compassion of someone who has received a lot of forgiveness. Don't hurry and hail the tranquility that I am radiating. Rest in the security of my hug. You are moving toward satisfaction rather than ambiguity, so, my darling, stand tall. Step with joy, be a beacon of peace in the darkness. Allow your life to be a hymn of salvation. Tell people it was the Lord who kept me. When they inquire how you managed to survive, let faith be your beat and thankfulness your anthem. You were picked for this moment. I have spoken it to shine, so the light I have set within you won't go out. Proceed with love and bravery. You are exactly on time. You are not behind. The blessing has already started. The shift is over. And now my hand is writing the best parts of your story. If this blessing comes to you, type Amen. Your time of divine fulfillment has begun. Please share and subscribe.